Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Mike. Hope you're doing great and having a wonderful day. So in today's video, I've got a little book recommendation, but it's a little bit different. So these are all unexpected finds that I've found that I wasn't looking for this book, whether it was like found on YouTube, or other booktubers recommended it, or it was just a random find at a bookstore that I was at and I was like, oh, that looks kind of neat. So because some of these I would never normally read, but all of these I would highly suggest. Even if you see the cover, you're kind of like, probably not your taste. Some of these weren't mine either, but I'm glad I read them for sure. So we'll just jump right in. First one is, it's kind of tore up, but The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I didn't expect to like it. This was kind of one of those, and I think a couple of these were the TikTok books, which I won't go into that, but it was one of those that fell into that cycle of, of the TikTok trend books. But this was really good, surprisingly. I almost went off on a tangent about TikTok books, but I won't. But I will say that one thing that I have noticed, that some of these trends, which it's great because the platform of TikTok obviously is huge. There's millions of people. So these books are getting out there. They're getting into people's hands. But I have noticed that some of these TikTok books that blow up, some of them are super old. A lot of them are newer authors, new releases, but some of them are old, and it kind of makes me laugh sometimes where if I see that, I'm like, yeah, that book's been around forever, which I'm glad, because that's spotlighting that book and that author, so that's great. But that's my tangent on that. The next one is called Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds. I would highly suggest all of these, but that one was good. This one, they actually made a movie of it, but it's called Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Again, this one was way outside of my reading taste, but I really enjoyed this. And then I watched the movie shortly after reading the book. The movie was great too. At least for me, most time the movies, they suck compared to the book, which again, I understand it. You have to adapt it to the screen and cut out certain stuff, and I get that, but like that one was really good. This one is called My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. This was a suspense thriller type book. Next one is called Hide and Seek by James Patterson. Now, I know James Patterson is huge out there. He's written, I don't know, tons and tons of books. I think I've only read 2 Patterson books. I tend not to read, and I know I'm limiting myself probably by doing this, but I don't tend to read all the big names that you see out there. And not for any particular reason, not for any, I don't think they're good, but James Patterson, Stephen King, things like that. I don't know. In my head, I just have this thing. I'm like, I don't need to read them. But this was good. Next one, Dorothy L. Sayers. It's called Whose Body. This was really good. This was kind of like a whodunit mystery, murder mystery whodunit type. The next one is Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. And this was reading the back here. They made a movie out of this. I can't remember if it was Netflix or something, I don't know, but I don't think I've watched the movie on it, but the book was really, really interesting. And the next one is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Again, I think I mentioned this before. I think there's some controversy, or there was in the past some controversy around Colleen Hoover. I don't care anything about that. I don't care about the person or their political. I don't care about any of that. I'm just saying the book was good. And that's, now that I'm thinking of it, I've been thinking about doing a video on the subject of banned books, and in that, you know, kind of that separating the art from the artist type thing, which I know is kind of controversial, and that's why I don't know if I should do it or not. But if that's something you think that you would like to hear, I've done the research. I've actually got like 3 pages of notes and things that I've already put together. I'm just kind of waiting for the right time maybe to even make that video, and I may never, I don't know. That's just, I've always been really interested in that subject of the banned books and things like that, and why they're banned and certain stuff, and the way that culture plays a huge role in that, of what gets banned and what doesn't. So again, if that's something that you think that you would like, let me know and then I'll make it. So these last 2 I saved for the end because these were my favorite of all of these. The first one is called Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. I really enjoyed this book. This was a really good book. Sorry, you can hear a semi out there, but I love this book. This was so good. I would really highly recommend. And then the last one, I've also heard some chatter out there about this last book too, about it's overhyped, and which I understand, because for me, I've read a few books that were super hyped up, then I read them, I was like, oh, that's, you know, to me it wasn't that good. And maybe this is one that will be that for you, but for me it was the opposite. I loved this book. It was so there was a lot of depth to it. The story was great, but I'll stop. It's called Babel by R.F. Kang. I didn't think I would like this at all going into it, but I love this book. This was one of my favorite reads of that. I think it was 2024, maybe it was 2025. I don't remember, but of that year, I really love this book. So I would really suggest any of these. If they look interesting to you, pick them up. Or if you've read any of these, leave your comment and let me know what you thought. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if I'm just completely wrong and all of these are trash, you know, that's okay. Leave that comment, let me know. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.